Okay, so like, because I watched that last video, I got recommended this one. Uh, I'm not sure if I've ever seen this, but I'm gonna watch it and react. Let's turn the fan off. I might die of heat exhaustion, but you gotta do what you gotta do for the subscribers, right? For the audio quality. So yeah, this is like vegan cheetah. He's guesting on happy, healthy vegan. I'm guessing this is like pretty old video.
Hey, this is Angie.
And I'm Charlie.
Oh my God, something's really wrong here. It's really happening.
It's really happening. It's a surreal moment.
You know, like, I mean, obviously I don't know either of these people, but like Angie, she's just like, there's something really cool about her. I've kind of always liked it, even though she might have, or at least back then had like opinions and outlooks I don't agree with her. She kind of reminds me of like I used to have this boss, an American hippie woman, and like she was like hard as fuck boss, man, but she was just awesome to work for. She just kind of said shit how it was, didn't fuck around, and I guess like maybe I was kind of on the right side of her. But yeah, she always reminds me of that. It's kind of this kind of like hippie, older hippie chick vibe. That's what Angie has.
That's so funny.
Can't believe it.
All right, so here we go.
All right.
All right. Hey, I'm Angie.
And I'm Charlie.
And we're
Happy, healthy, vegan.
All right, so
Like this is something like people probably don't know too much about, but like Angie and her husband Ryan, right? Like, you know, they're musicians and shit. But have you ever listened to their music? Some of it's actually like really good. Like, I just thought they were okay, like maybe just like trust fund babies, actually like not very good at music and shit. But their music was actually pretty good. I mean, I guess they didn't get famous and rich from it, but it's actually really good, man. Like, go and look it up. I don't know, it'll be on, I don't know if it's on the Happy Healthy Vegan channel, but you can find it. It's actually good.
oh, okay. First of all, I know some of you are going to be really excited to see Vegan Cheetah as my special guest, and some of you are going to be all.
It's understandable.
Yeah, and I'm actually somewhere right in the middle.
Okay.
You know, the jury is still debating.
Okay. All right.
So I'll take it way back. So when I first started hearing about you, you were constantly trying to troll us to get on the show, and I was like, don't feed the trolls, you know.
Yeah.
And yet here you are 2 years later.
Yeah.
Sitting in my studio. I'm not quite sure
nuts.
how that happened.
It's nuts. It's all veganism, you know. It brought this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that though. I remember, you know, leaving.
crazy.
I would leave troll comments on some of Ryan's videos, and
Like, I've been following the VYC for a long time, and I had like a pretty severe work-related injury a couple of years ago, where like, you know, the kind of thing where you can't walk, kind of like going to the toilet is pretty hard, and you kind of, what's the word, like isolated to your bed. And I can't remember if it's like a Sunday morning or something, but I'd always listen to Happy Healthy Vegan, like Ryan's live stream, and I used to troll him fucking hard on it, but using all of my knowledge of the VYC, and he's kind of pretty humorous about it. I think like he got pissed off once and banned me, but like Ryan is kind of like these American hippies and shit. They're just kind of good people, man.
I think you had told him to
I
just
just
block
blocked that guy.
Yeah.
I totally did.
He unblocked me a couple times too, and then I did it again.
I know. I was like, oh, you got burned second time? Block him harder this
Yes,
time.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I feel like you guys did take it a little personally though.
You're saying that you actually don't read your comments on YouTube at this time.
Not too much anymore. No,
Yeah.
no.
Because
Well, just because it can be very, very toxic. So, I skim through them, make sure, people are, at least interested in what I'm saying. But,
Yeah, that's
if
true.
the comment starts getting negative, I usually, you just got to ignore that.
Yeah.
Especially for doing like the more drama-oriented
Yeah.
vegan content.
Exactly.
If you read.
Yeah, he went pretty hardcore on the drama. You could almost call it bullying content. But what he says about like the reading the comments and stuff, I think everyone should leave the comments open, but I think because I've had some very negative comments during my flyboard air phase. But for me, maybe I've got a cast iron stomach equivalent of like cast iron not giving a shit about people's comments, but I can definitely understand how it could literally negatively affect people's mental health if they read it and they're a little bit insecure or whatever, or just sensitive to it and maybe don't understand that the internet's just a harsh place.
That stuff over and over again, it's not good for the
crazy.
mind.
Yeah.
You know?
So that's exactly what I was going through. So at the time that I was saying just block you, it was because Ryan was getting really caught up in the comments, and I would see him spending a lot of time on there and doing a lot of fighting and just like these really long threads.
I must say, like when I say it was like a few years ago, like 4 years ago or something, when I used to troll Ryan's live stream a little bit. It was something like, I can't remember what it's called. It's something like he was like challenging non-vegans to challenge him or something. So he kind of invited it, so it was fair game. But he was, if you knew as much as I knew about the vegan mentality, the online vegan mentality, it was pretty easy to troll and pretty easy to get kind of a reaction out of. He was a little bit easy, to be fair.
And I'd be like, stop feeding the trolls. Like, they're just trying to get a rise out of you.
Yeah.
Trying to keep your attention on that when you should be making new videos or, working on our album or something else. Unfortunately, I started reading some comments to, like, double check. He's like, was Ryan getting into fights on there? So I started reading the comments, and then I got caught up in it, too. And I was like, this is horrible. I don't want to make videos that engender this kind of, like...
Yeah, like, my advice to anyone, like, doing YouTube... I've not done live streams yet. I want to get into it, but, just like don't take the trolling personally, man. Like, play with it, but don't take it personally.
Divisive fighting anymore, and like this year, like I really stopped making call out videos, and I stopped making drama videos, and I started seeing like you as the self-appointed granddad or whatever of drama videos as being like part of the problem in veganism. And so just like what I did with vegan gains, everyone was like, for a while people were very anti-vegan gains, and I was like okay, I'm not totally sure, like I'm not sure what I think about this guy, so I'm gonna actually get him on Skype and I'm gonna do.
See, you gotta respect her. Like, she makes her own mind about stuff and people. That's kind of like, people say like the VYC was a cult or whatever, and you could say like these happy healthy vegans were kind of up there. But she doesn't have this cult mentality. She's like, everyone's hating on someone, and she actually wants to go and talk to them. So, like, she gets a pass in my book. Like, she's actually just like a good person.
Do an interview with him. I'm going to talk to him and try to find out what's going on.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I kind of see this as being like that. Like I'm.
Is that like our vegan gains Skype moment?
Yes, it is. So, like, I don't want to just call out people that I don't even know. I'd rather just meet you guys and see where you're coming from.
I feel like I am one of the most misunderstood people in the vegan drama, scene. I do. I feel like a lot of people misunderstand what my message is or what I do, what I mean when I say some of the things I say.
Let's clear this stuff up.
We'll try. Let's try.
All right. So first of all, people have been coming to me lately, like, how can you be friends with that guy? Don't you know about him saying this, that, or the other thing? And you guys, honestly, I'm still not watching his content.
I mean, we've only hung out like twice now. It's like
I'm still not. I mean, but they're like,
it's not like we were just best buddies overnight. Yeah, and we ended up in LA.
Ryan's always talking.
But like both of them are like a really good like presenters, like the real stage presence. Fucking entertaining the crowd. They're both like really good at what they do, and I think they're both enjoying being on this video together, like just fucking nailing it.
Talking to him on now and yada yada. I'm like, I'm not Ryan. I can't control Ryan. I'm doing the Instagram, and I'm getting a little heat on Instagram and a little bit of heat on Facebook. I've seen that, a little bit. It's not that bad. I think more people like you than don't like you at this point.
I hope so.
It seems like it. But, okay, but people are telling me that you are now advocating that vegans...
I don't think, like, vegan Cheetah was ever trying to be liked. He was just trying to be famous. And he did it pretty well.
Eat meat. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, that's something I've been accused of recently over and over and over again.
Yeah.
What I think people are doing, they're misinterpreting some of the things I say. Also, things get lost in translation. Sometimes people don't watch my videos. They hear it secondhand about a comment that I made. And the truth is, I have not advocated that vegans go back to eating meat. I haven't. Recently, I've made statements that if there are people out there that are very worried about their protein or their omega-3 fats, I basically said, listen, if it makes you feel better, eat a piece of fish and stay vegan 5-6 days out of the week. I've never advocated.
It from then, isn't it?
They may be, and I think they're misinterpreting the message. And I've also stated that if people are coming from not a vegan diet, their transition can look like anything. It doesn't have. I'm an overnight vegan, but it doesn't have to look like that.
I'm actually surprised.
Yeah, a lot of people are surprised to hear that. I'm not advocating
I can't even say that
for vegans to start eating meat. I'm just not.
All right. I mean, I didn't really believe that, but like I said, since I'm not watching the content, I was like, I
think the term was like the vegan umbrella. Like, we should. I think Vegan Cheetah was saying like we should be okay with vegans that eat oysters.
I mean, I guess anything's possible.
And I can understand where the speculation comes from.
Yeah, the speculation. You scared me the other night, too, at that party, and that's where all the fighting was on a picture of you at the party. Like, at the party, you were asking us, do we really, are we concerned about omega-3s?
Yeah.
And, like, do we really think that we can get omega-3s from plant-based sources? And I was like, triggered. I'm like, maybe this is what people are talking about.
But this might be an anecdotal, crazy perception, but amongst men who are vegans, and it could be like a correlation or causation, I don't know. But I do think I have seen a kind of mental issues and also like nerve issues. And I believe in men who are vegan. I think it's something to do with fat, because I think like animal fats, fish fats, I think that might be the thing that's lacking. I've always thought that, because me personally, if I start feeling a bit fucking nuts and shit, I will increase my meat intake and my fish intake, and it's astonishing how quickly I come back to normal,
About you saying that veganism isn't healthy? Are you giving any messaging like that?
Well, I didn't say that veganism or a vegan diet is unhealthy. What I did say is that very restrictive vegan diets, such as an all-fruit diet. Personally, I wouldn't do it for health reasons.
You never were a fruitarian either?
I was never a fruitarian. No, I did do the raw till 4 kind of thing for a while.
Because that's when you became vegan, right? When Harley and them stopped being fruitarian and started being.
Yeah, it was right around that time after that Woodstock thing.
Vegan pizzas.
Vegan pizzas for dinner, big plates of pasta, huge plates, an ungodly amount of pasta. But no, I didn't say that veganism is unhealthy. But I do think there's a lot of vegan diets that are promoted, Angie, that are very restrictive.
Yeah.
And, the truth is a lot of people with eating disorders or coming from eating disorders kind of find these diets. And that was the video that I was,
I mean, like, that's pretty much kind of a known fact, I think, now. Particularly at the freely raw till 4, that kind of part of it, attracted a lot of particularly girls with eating disorders. I believe that's a fact anyway.
Talking about this kind of thing.
Oh, that's where that came up in?
Yeah, and I think people misinterpreted it, and people kind of hear what they want to hear sometimes, and they're like, "Oh, Vegan Cheetah says veganism is bad for you." And
well, it's true. If they're looking for something to attack,
have you seen the freely with her, like with ridiculously thin stomach, and eating these massive like fucking 3 liter, or what is it in freedom units, like gallon smoothies of fruit. Okay, like I knew a bulimic man, and a bulimic chef actually, because bulimics are obsessed with food, so being a chef is a perfect job, right? And she was a bulimic. She vomited all the time, and when I just saw this whole like the freely massive fucking huge smoothies, I was like, you know what? That's the perfect thing to throw up, because when you throw up, like, you don't want to be throwing up like a steak and chips. You want to throw up something that's like actually tastes good on the way out. A fruit smoothie, it's got a good consistency for throwing up, and it's gonna actually taste good on the way out.
Back you on. And that's the thing that's kind of ironic about this. So here you are, you're a guy that's kind of watching videos and Instagram looking for something to attack someone else on. So how does it feel when that's turned around and people are doing that to you?
I feel like I'm getting better with it now. At first, it was, you kind of learn as you go. I actually said this to Klaus from Plant Based News when he asked me this question.
Yes.
You learn as you go, and I guess at this point in time, I really can't expect not for people to kind of resist some of the things I say, which is fine,
Yeah.
And I'm not going to block them or, try to take their channel down or anything like that.
But you don't think you'll get there one day?
I don't think so. I don't. Hold me accountable. I promise never to knock anybody's channels down with copyright claims or whatever. But
like, I think, like I said before, like, Andrew's doing great, and it's like he's kind of at this time vegan cheaters is like kind of shitting on the whole VYC fucking thing right now, which she's a big part of, and she's just like laughing and talking to him and just being cool,
Yeah, if I'm free to talk about whoever I want to talk about and, critique them on what I want to critique. I don't like the word attack either. You're painting me in a certain light here. Other people are free to do that. But the thing is you said it kind of bothers you, all that drama. And
I don't like
at the end of the day, it's engagement. Like YouTube, I don't really think can recognize really like a like from a dislike. It's both engagement.
It's a machine, and it's whether just looking at things binarily. It's like, okay, they like this. They made a comment. They must like it. Yeah.
So you have to understand, I'm trying to create an engaging conversation that really hasn't been there before, and I think there are legitimate questions that are being raised, not only by myself, but by other, Nick Avocado recently came out with some stuff. Izzy Davis made a very important video recently, so I do think there's some really interesting discussions going on. I do.
Yeah, this is back when Nick Avocado was like a skinny guy, and look what he did, man. He became like one of the biggest guys on YouTube just by being an absolute pig, and I can't even imagine how rich he became.
If you disagree.
I know. Well, here's what I actually disagree with. I actually disagree that you invented the vegan drama, because I know that Ryan and I were making these kind of videos calling people out, and we were making them after Duran Ryder had already been making them. In fact, it was a vegan call out video that first made Ryan aware that guy even existed. He was calling out David Wolf so hard, and then he started calling out like that other guy, Matt Monarch, and like he was calling out all these different vegans that were doing things that he didn't agree with, and that he thought that.
See, like, I used to follow Duran Ryder when he was a cycling guy, right? And one day he's like, I'm gonna make like 1,000 videos this year, and he's kind of like his presentation, the way he presented the videos, it wasn't like that dramatic and crazy. But basically, I'm gonna do like 1,000 videos this year, and that's the year. Maybe it's like 2015 or something, and that's when he became Duran Ryder, the Duran Ryder that we all know. Like over that year, he just kind of honed, and he kind of created this like persona on video that was like very powerful.
They were not providing.
Because he was kind of like just a little bit kind of almost shy a little bit on videos before that.
Good information. So really, your style of video, it descends from Durian Ryder. In all honesty, you kind of owe him a debt of gratitude.
And I do. I got mad love for everybody. Yeah. I do. At the end of the day, I have mad love for both Durian Ryder and Freely. They were the original people that inspired me to be vegan. But here's the thing.
And she made so many call-out videos.
Well, she did. I mean, the vegan drama in general, yes. Durian Ryder, Freely, and then Vegan Gains came along and wiped out the fitness YouTubers. Yeah. So the vegan drama has deep roots. It does.
It does.
But I do feel like I was a part of developing a new format, which is regular upload schedule about vegan versus vegan drama.
I think what he did, I think back then there was like Keemstar, right? Drama alert, and that made Keemstar like fucking super famous and rich. And I think that because Vegan Cheetah has like this talent for media, looked at Keemstar, looked at the VYC, which he was kind of part of because he's a vegan, was like, let's do this here. So he basically became the Keemstar of the VYC.
Ever, call out non-vegans, and I don't talk about non-vegans. My channel is strictly for the vegan community. It's gossip. It's a show, and it's the entertainment factor is what I focus on, and I feel like it is different.
I'm sure that's why Durian Ryder was doing it too. Like when you're joking around about how fat, that avocado wolf or whatever, he can't even run around the block. I mean, it was funny. It was mean, but it was funny.
Yeah. But the difference I would say between me and somebody like that is that I'm not really offering an alternative like diet program per se.
But why not?
Well, because I'm not a diet guru. I'm not qualified.
That's true.
I don't have any certificates.
I try to explain to people too. It's like, look, like we're just
musicians. Yeah, if I remember correctly, like Freely, her certificate as a dietitian or nutritionist or whatever was actually bullshit.
Musicians and DJs and artists like coming.
Does it make you uncomfortable when people do ask for like medical advice and stuff?
So uncomfortable. It's like I'll always try to say, like, why don't you go over to nutritionfacts.org or read this or that book? It's
if you can reference them somewhere.
Yeah, nutritionfacts.org. Yeah, like if you have like a URL that's like called nutritionfacts.org, people might actually think there's some kind of authority behind it. It's actually, as I think most people know now, absolute bullshit.
Yeah, because like all I'm gonna do is Google it for them.
Yeah.
It's like they can just Google it themselves.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like you sometimes want to place the blame on me for maybe causing the drama or
making it seem glamorous.
Well, it's fun. It is fun, Angie. It's a good life on YouTube to live, It's the best show on earth. In my personal opinion, it's the best show on earth. But the thing is, Angie, is people do watch some of the stuff that I put out. People do appreciate.
Like, no homo. I think Ryan did pretty good, like, fucking marrying this girl. Like, she's just, like, really chilled out and shit, man.
Maybe they don't appreciate, but they still watch, and
I just feel like it's a problem with people's minds, this drama thing, like gossip.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a negative mindset that people get into.
Well,
and like even you can't even take the heat in the comments, so I mean it shows you how there's a certain negative energy attached.
I have my ways of dealing with it, and I've made mistakes too. I've made mistakes. I popped off. I've said some things, even probably as early as a month ago that I regret now.
Oh yeah, we did talk about something at dinner that you regretted. That's the other thing people say. People say you make sexist comments.
Yeah, I've been accused of being a misogynist or a sexist, and
what do you think?
I think they're completely unfounded. I understand if people might be offended by something I've said. I do, take the criticism.
So you gotta understand. I think like this is in a time when you couldn't just say, "I don't give a fuck." Now someone can, or even the last like 3 or 4 years, someone can say, in response to that question, "I don't give a fuck." Back then, you couldn't. So, Vegan Cheetah's like very carefully dancing on the line. In his response here, what he's really thinking is, well, I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about the views. But he couldn't say that, not back then. It just wasn't a thing he could, wasn't a loud opinion, right? What's it? Overton window kind of shit.
I do, take the criticism and the feedback. I made a comment on a recent video, and I'll probably, stay away from making that specific comment.
I know what comment you're talking about.
Yeah, recently. So,
yeah.
The thing is like, people can call you whatever they want. They're free to do that. But, people have accused me of all sorts of things. Really, at the end of the day, I'm trying to provide entertaining vegan content. It's strictly like, what I try to talk about is veganism and vegan topics and vegan people and vegan social media celebs.
Yeah.
And
no, like his channel was about drama. People love drama. He fucking knows it. I'm sure he looked at Keemstar and was like, Keemstar's nailing the drama aspect of YouTubers. I'm gonna nail the drama aspect of vegan YouTubers.
I'm not really interested in anything else, And I have a lot of non-vegan viewers that are very interested in this stuff. And
I know that's what
people want the freak show aspect of this thing,
I guess so. So do you consider yourself to be a freak also? Or are you the non-freak calling out freaks?
I like to try to portray veganism as kind of a normal, American consumerist
he knows his
life
trade.
that I live. I don't.
No, he knows his trade. Exactly what I said before. He's monetizing the freak show aspect. And he did it very well. He went from like nothing to like loads of traffic.
Travel to exotic places. I don't consume 30 bananas in a
You just wait. Once you start making more money, you'll be like, I can't wait to go to Thailand.
Yeah, 30 bananas a day, that's like, what's that, like 960 or something? It's basically like 1,000 bananas a month, right? 1,000. And do you remember like Freely used to dress in like a banana suit, this banana girl suit thing, and go on TV and shit? Like, okay, if and I actually worked on banana farms in Australia. It's pretty tight. It's controlled industry, right? I think, I'm just putting it out there, I think she was supported by the banana industry. If I own like fucking half the banana farms in Australia, I'm gonna want someone to go on TV and say, you know what, you need to eat 1,000 bananas a month. That's gonna be good for my bottom line, I can afford like a banana suit to be made for this girl, get her into TV shows, give her a bit of money, to support her, maybe support her habit. Oops, I said out loud.
Hawaii and everywhere else.
I would like to visit Thailand someday, but I guess what I'm trying to say is I do think that my vegan diet is extreme to what most people are doing,
I guess. We're always surprised, like, is rice and beans and potatoes really that extreme? But to some people...
To eat it every single day and not eat any meat or dairy, and when most people are doing that, it is extreme. And I think we need to kind of, we need to face reality on that, is that a lot of people do, to jump into the vegan diet. I'm overnight vegan. Okay.
Yeah. What was that like?
I did it. It was very different, and I think after about a month I got kind of used.
Like everyone like says he's like a fake vegan and shit, or back then they did. He's still like his version of vegan, right? Like even to this day, like as far as I know, he does sometimes have eggs. He sometimes has mussels or oysters or whatever. But he's pretty much still a vegan. How many of the people back in this era of the VYC are still like even slightly vegan?
To the style of eating. I was a little bit younger. I was like 25 at the time. Yeah. But not everybody wants to jump into it that way or can jump into it that way for whatever reason.
What inspired you to go overnight like that?
Well, it was a video that Freely had made.
Jesus Christ.
And she didn't have any graphic footage in there, and she wasn't making like a call-out video. She had described why she was vegan and then went into detail about the dairy industry. And I basically took her word for it and really resonated with the message in that video. It was a positive video, and it did. It kind of changed my life in that way. Yeah.
Really? So it really turned you vegan.
Inspired me to go vegan, yes. I turned myself vegan. And,
true.
And I think everybody should take the credit for that. But
what was your first vegan day of eating like?
I woke up that morning. I think I had like bananas and apples. I think I ate bananas and apples.
Sounds good.
And I remember making a huge thing of pasta. Just
oh yeah,
because I had been.
Yeah, let's switch to a full-on sugar, carb, heavy fucking diet.
Watching Dirty Matter and Freely for a couple of weeks before, you know, and you know, I just kind of jumped on that bandwagon, and so I had an idea of what they were doing, but I didn't do so well with Raw 4. I didn't, you know, and I'm kind of
because
focused.
Of the fruit stuff. Did you not like eating all the fruit in the daytime?
I didn't experience the incredible weight loss that they claim, you know, and I was actually.
Who was that girl, like Julia Boer, and she just ended up becoming massive on the Raw Tour 4. And like I've looked at like, you know, videos and shit, like, and there's loads of women or girls and shit that went on this Raw Tour 4 and just became like obese. Like, but you know, you're doing it wrong, right? At least, you know, like Freely got a bit of money from it, you know, for her habit. I said it out loud again, sorry.
You know, because I wasn't overweight before I was vegan. I didn't go vegan to lose weight necessarily.
You were tracked.
Like, I think the one detail that Freely might have missed from her diet plan was the vomiting it up part. That's kind of key. And maybe the other things that she was taking, I'm just thinking out loud.
To the ethical message?
I'm not saying anything.
The ethical message, but, you know. Well, I was, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would say that's what keeps me vegan today, you know.
That's interesting. I bet a lot of people don't really realize that.
Yeah, some people assume that I'm a shill for the meat and dairy industry.
I asked him, you guys. I straight up asked him. I did. I do ask him the hard question, you guys. It's just that
Before we end this video,
I talk to him as a real person. Like, I try to get to know a person by looking in your eyes. And finally you asked
me the question,
I know.
Are you really vegan?
I built up to it.
Really,
I was like, Britt, do you really...
Yeah, like, the one thing with Vegan Cheetah, I think he was just chasing the views, right? He wasn't a shill, sorry. You know what a shill is, right? For the meat and dairy industry, because he's never selling any products or promoting any products. Freely, I know this is a video becoming about Freely, but it just pisses me off, man. She was promoting 1,000 bananas a fucking month. She was going on TV dressed in a banana suit. Her name was Banana Girl. Do you think she was a shill for the Australian banana fucking industry?
Care about
she
veganism,
doubted if
bro.
I was vegan.
I did. I was like, what? You're just here to destroy the vegan scene, right? I actually asked him that.
I'm not. I've been vegan for 3 years.
It's so hard to trust you, though.
I understand that. You know,
really
you don't have to trust me 100%. But let's see how this next year goes.
I know, because I mean, the guy wants to move to LA, so you're gonna be amongst us. So I can't just...
Oh, that did not age well, if you know the history. Maybe moving to LA was a bad move.
I want to be here in LA because of this amazing vegan scene, too.
I know,
so
it is pretty
as
good.
a non-vegan, why would I want to live?
And what's cool, too, is it's
such
so
a
many...
vegan-friendly place.
Yeah.
I just want to say that I'm not taking any delight in the problems that befell, or whatever, Charles Marlowe. I think... He just kind of took a wrong path, and I really hope that he comes back from it. And like I've said before, he's got like an amazing talent. He obviously likes the limelight, show business, fame, being famous. He can fucking do that again, man. Like. He can kill it. He's got it in him, man. And I'd love to see it, you know, to see him. I don't know, like achieve his dreams, you know. I know he's been a cunt in the past to a lot of people. I get it, but you know, like I think I'm not the only person that would like to see him like live his dreams, you know.
Just for the vegan food, you know?
To mess with us.
I promise that's not the reason.
All right, well, hopefully this video has been enlightening to the viewers.
It was fun. Yeah, thank you.
It's good to just clear the air.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be neighbors, so,
I'm not a shill.
great chemistry here between the two guys on this video.
Really vegan, and I just love vegan drama. I do.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, we'll try to get you into yoga once you're in California.
I would try yoga. I'll try
Whoa,
it.
really?
Yeah, I'll try yoga.
Well, there's a lot of hot babes there, so.
I know it.
All right, so let's see. I guess I will say to leave your comments down below.
Sounds
Did I
good.
miss something
But
there?
he
Hang
won't
on.
be
Did
reading.
I miss something important? There's something I think I missed. Sorry.
Be amongst us, so I can't just.
I want to be here in LA because of this amazing vegan scene too.
I know, it
so
is pretty
as
good.
a non-vegan, why would I want to live?
And what's cool too is
in
it's
such
so
a
many
vegan-friendly place.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Just for the
I
vegan
know,
food,
to mess with us. Oh.
I promise that's not the reason.
All right, well, hopefully this video has been enlightening to the viewers.
It was fun. Yeah, thank you.
It's good to just clear the air.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be neighbors, so,
I'm not a shill. I'm really vegan, and, I just love vegan drama. I do.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, we'll try to get you into yoga once you're in California.
I would try yoga. I'll try it.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I'll try yoga.
Well, there's a lot of hot babes there, so.
I know it.
Hot babes. That's like this. I just caught like a little glimpse from it. It's like hot babes. I'm gonna throw some shade out. Is that really what he's into? Hot babes? That glimpse. I don't know. I might be reading way too much into this.
All right, so.
I'll let you guys just see that little glimpse for yourselves.
I promise that's not the reason.
All right, well, hopefully this video has been enlightening to the viewers.
It was fun. Yeah, thank you.
It's good to just clear the air.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be neighbors, so,
I'm not a shill. I'm really vegan, and, I just love vegan drama. I do.
Oh, my goodness. All right, well, we'll try to get you into yoga once you're in California.
I would try yoga. I'll try it.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I'll try yoga.
Well, there's a lot of hot babes there, so.
I know it.
All right, so let's see. I guess I will say to leave your comments down below.
Maybe by this time he wasn't into hot
he won't
babes.
Be reading them.
Maybe.
I might read some of these comments.
Yeah, you might.
I kind of want to see. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then definitely leave your comments down below for Charlie. Like the video if you're into it. Dislike it if you have to. Share it with a friend. And until next time, keep it carved, baby. Keep it carved.
Thanks.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so like, as I said, I think at the beginning of this video, shut up. Yeah, like, actually, like Happy Healthy Vegan, that couple, made some good music. Like, when I say that they are musicians that actually are, go and check it out. You might be pleasantly surprised, as I was, that some of their songs are actually, like, really good.